In the beginning, a ship of German immigrants celebrated its arrival in America by making ice cream. A galley boy named William Dreyer was selected to help. In 1928, Dreyer and partner Joseph Eady opened a small factory on Grand Avenue in Oakland to make Grand ice cream. At a time when all ice cream was either vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry, Dreyer cut up some marshmallows and walnuts and invented Rocky Road, to this day one of the best-selling flavors of all time. In 1964, on the verge of bankruptcy, Dreyer's son sold the company to its key officers. Ken Cook took over as president. By 1977, Dreyer's was known for quality, but was one of over 1,000 regional brands and barely profitable. One day, a young man came to see Mr. Cook about opening a franchise. The phone rang. Mr. Cook hung up with tears in his eyes. Turned down for a bank loan, Cook didn't see how they could stay in business. "Have you ever considered selling your company?" the young man asked. "No, not until just now," said Cook. The young man's name was T. Gary Rodgers. "An incredible opportunity hit me in the face," Rodgers recalls, "and I responded accordingly." Armed with an MBA from Harvard Business School, he had already started and somewhat overextended a chain of restaurants. Rodgers partnered with his old friend from UC Berkeley, William Rick Kronk, and together they convinced a private equity group to lend them $1 million to buy the company. The equity group demanded that they each put up $14,000 of their own money, the exact Blue Book value of Gary's beloved Porsche. He sold the Porsche to Dreyer's and continued to drive it as his company car. He and Rick had a dream to become the leading ice cream company in the West. The leading national brand at the time was a company called Breyers, owned then by Kraft Foods. They threatened legal action if Dreyer's didn't change its name. Gary pushed back, and they compromised. Dreyer's could keep its name as long as it stayed on the west side of the Rocky Mountains. Gary had no intention of expanding any farther, yet. He leveraged Dreyer's unique DSD system to expand the company. Dreyer's distributed other ice cream products as well as its own to gain access to markets, add shelf space, and pay some of the bills. Dreyer's was so successful it had an IPO in 1981 and then had the cash and confidence to think bigger. But becoming bigger meant crossing the Rockies. So Gary said, "Let there be Eady's." Or was it Eddie's? And it was good. The new mission, to be the leading ice cream brand in the United States. Become bigger and better than anybody, anywhere. And Dreyer's would do it through a strong commitment to innovation. Innovative products that changed the way people thought about ice cream. And an innovative corporate culture based on 10 tenets or grooves that values employees above all and empowers them to excel. 1991 saw the completion of a new, modern headquarters on College Avenue in Oakland. By the mid-90s, Eady's was well established throughout the Midwest and East. At the time, corporate takeovers were common. In fact, Gary tried to purchase Häagen-Dazs at least 7 times, all unsuccessful. To protect Dreyer's from a takeover, Gary made a preemptive move in 1994. He approached strategic investors to commit to a long-term investment. Nestle stepped up and acquired 18% of Dreyer's, giving Dreyer's the capital it needed to expand, while protecting it from unfriendly advances. In 1995, Dreyer's passed Breyers in market share, becoming the leading national brand of ice cream, and through the mother of all parties. In 2002, Nestle came calling again, this time with an intriguing proposition that would build a fabulous portfolio, including the coveted Häagen-Dazs brand, in exchange for Dreyer's stock. Soon, Dreyer's became a part of Nestle. But Gary wasn't finished yet. To keep up with the growing demand for ice cream and frozen snacks, he commissioned 2 of the largest ice cream plants in the world, one on each coast, in Bakersfield, California, and Laurel, Maryland. By 2007, Dreyer's was indisputably the largest ice cream company in the USA, and as a subsidiary of Nestle, part of the largest food company in the world. The College Avenue headquarters was dedicated the T. Gary Rodgers Center, and the grooves were enshrined in the grand staircase to remind all who enter of the foundation on which this company was built and will continue to be built. Gary saw that it was good, and being 65, with much to be proud of, retired from Dreyer's.